Hey everybody, this is Brian Daniel. I am here to talk to you about the sociogram activity that we are having all of you do as part of our residential community development. So I'm sharing my screen with you to show you the form. If you do not have a form, please come up to the Residence Life office on the third floor of Wren and you can pick one up there. So the purpose of this activity, why are we asking you to do this? We want you to be able to have a chance to showcase to your supervisors how much you know about your residential community. So as you know, the residential experience is a crucial component of your position. And so we want to be able to provide you with the space to share with us a little bit more about what you know, but at the same time, we hope that you take this as an opportunity to reflect, learn, and grow on your experiences as it relates to your specific hall. So what we're going to ask you to do is on an 11 by 14 piece of paper or larger, you can do a poster board, whatever you'd like. If you need 11 by 14 paper, please come up to our office and we can supply you with one. So what you're going to do is you're going to draw a picture of your floor plan. So I'm going to scroll down here onto page 2 to kind of give you an idea. So let's say this is an example of kind of your typical corridor. You know, I'm thinking of like a Myers where there's rooms down the hallway, those things. So you're going to, the very basic, write the room numbers and the names of the residents. If you look down here, here's an example of like a DP apartment or an Azalea apartment. So what you'll do is basically just kind of sketch out what your community looks like, almost like a blueprint style here. And again, if you have any questions about this, please ask your supervisor. So you'll start with that and you'll write each resident's name and the appropriate room, suite, apartment, whatever your community has. And then what you'll basically do from there is follow the instructions starting, under 2 where you'll write each resident's name. Number 3, underline the names of the residents that you see at least 3 times a week. Draw a box around the names of residents you see less than 3 times a week. Draw a star by residents who you rarely see. And then you'll start to talk a little bit more and showcase more about individual interactions of what you know specifically about your residents. So for each one, we'll have you draw a symbol to kind of showcase a little bit about them. So let's say they're on the football team, you would draw a football, or if they're in theater, you might draw a theater mask, or whatever you think best describes them. And so you'll kind of go down and do similar for the basics. You'll do the same thing for individual interactions. And then you'll see down here, the last component is community interaction. So draw a cloud around rooms, suites, or apartments that rarely interact with one another or rarely interact with other rooms, suites, and apartments. So those that kind of stay to themselves. Draw a hashtag sign in rooms, suites, or apartments that have tension between roommates or suite mates. Draw a plus sign at rooms, apartments, or suites that have behavioral concerns for you, so on and so forth, all right? So you'll do that. So basically it will start looking like this, but then it will look more colorful, and feel free to add, creative expression to this, add colors, whatever you want to do. Because what you'll do is in 2 weeks, you'll begin to, you'll bring that to your next one-on-one with your supervisor and share your design with us. Ultimately, you'll be able to keep on to it, but we want to provide you a space to share with us about what you know. At the same meeting, we'll want you to bring these questions with you, and we'll keep these questions. So you can handwrite this, you can handwrite all of this, by the way. I can't remember if I've said that. So you'll turn this into your supervisor. So it'll ask you some reflection questions about this. So which student or student group has the most impact on the tone of your residential community? What do you think your role is in helping develop group cohesion in your residential community? What residents do you have the most difficulty connecting with, and why? Which residents in your community are you most concerned about? Why? Which residents do you need to more intentionally reach out to? How well does your residential community reflect the kind of community you had hoped for when you first decided to be an RA? And then lastly, after completing this activity, what are some action steps that you plan to take in connecting more with your residential community? So it's our hope that as you're completing this activity, you're reflecting on your interactions with your individual residents and as in your community as well. So we really hope that you take this time to deeply connect and learn, applaud yourself for what you're doing well. So if you started with this and like, I know all my residents and this is very easy for you, reflect on that and celebrate like how much you've invested into this position. Alternatively, if you are having some struggles with this and you feel like you've not adequately connected with your residents, this is a time hopefully to, just reflect on, oh, wow, I haven't really talked to the people in room 102. Maybe I should make a more concerted effort to do that. So we hope that this activity yields a lot of reflection and growth for all of you. So as always, if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out. And we look forward to seeing these when you complete it. So thanks so much. And please reach out if you have any questions. Bye.